All right, Dottie, let's get into this question. I think it's a very good question. Lots of things,
Hmm.
and I think these happen
Quite a lot.
quite a lot. It says,
Yes.
"Hey Dot, I'm 24 and my boyfriend has been given a huge career opportunity in Texas, and he
Ooh.
wants me to go with.
Uh-huh.
We met a few months ago, and he's pretty much perfect for me. But I'm just finishing up my studies now and want to start my career. My family is saying I'm crazy to go, but my friends are saying I'm crazy not to go. Texas isn't exactly my thing. I think he'll break up with me if I say no. I'm tearing my hair out here. What should I do?"
You know,
Wow.
I think the main clue there is I think he will break up with me if I say no.
There we go.
I think that's the I think that's the golden key to your answer. Because, these things come up a lot and they're kind of compromises that have to happen in kind of relationships where there's moving around a lot. But if there's a kind of like an ultimatum to a possible no, not a way of finding a solution around it. If it's just a well then your ass is grass. I'm not sure that's somebody I'd want to make compromises for because they're clearly not going to make compromises. So that's the first thing that kind of sets off huge alarm bells in my
Do do
head.
do 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 do.
Right, right, right.
With you.
So bearing that in mind, then the second thing is, age, but I think like 24, you're still pretty young, and I'm not sure what your career is, but there's a big chance that you could go and get overseas experience doing what you're doing. And that will always benefit you, no matter what career you're in. It'll just benefit you to meet more people, to get more systems in place, to see how people work from all, and also, and you know what? Actually, that brings me to the main thing about going to another country for someone is you don't go for someone. Okay, that's like numero uno. I've made that
Yes.
mistake. You don't go for the other person. You go because the other person is there, but you find reasons to make it for yourself. So if you were thinking of going to go there because he is there, then the main thing you would do is go and see like what your networking opportunities are there for your career. Find out what sort of bases you can build while you're there. What are the benefits to you being there? Because if you go there for him, the amount of pressure that's going to put on your relationship, the amount of pressure that'll end up putting on him, the amount of resentment that you could feel if you get there and it's not a good place for you, you don't like it, you haven't found any reason to be there for yourself, it's just going to break your relationship eventually. You know what I mean?
I'm with you 100%. I think that also, she says we only met a few months ago. Now she's already worried about him breaking up and blah, 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 blah. Why
Right.
doesn't, why doesn't he just go, set everything up? She can finish her studies and
Right.
then she can go there. What
Yeah.
worries me is she says, Texas isn't really my thing. So there's either two sides. She either
Yeah.
has been to Texas and doesn't like it, or
Ah.
she's never been to Texas and just saw Texas Housewives or something.
Well, let me tell you what, I think there are a few places in the world that if somebody said, would you like to go? They'd be like, nah, it's not really my thing. I mean, like Texas really isn't kind of my thing, except that, in every
Texas
place,
rocks.
I know, I've heard Texas is amazing. And I've met many Texan people and they're amazing. But
Yeah.
the point is you need to go and like do research about why you'd want to go to a place for yourself. But I want to get back to we've known each other for a few months and I think he's perfect for me and yak yak yak. I'm like, yes, for a few months. And now you want to make, like, you're thinking about making a life changing move for someone that you've known for a few months who you think would be willing to dump your ass if you said no.
Yeah.
So there's that kind of thing. And then the other thing is, and I liked what you were saying just now, is there are compromises around it. So he goes, you do it all 3 months, whatever, long term, long distance stints, see how you feel, see how he feels, go for a holiday, check it out. This doesn't have to be we make a decision now forever and forever until, whatever happens at forever. The
She's
point is like
young.
nothing has to be set in stone. You can just, feel your way around it, go for a holiday, come back, see what he's like there, see what you're like here with him there and vice versa. Can you kind
Living
of
with
work and
him,
ease your way into it?
living with him, all of those kind of
Living
things.
with him. Have you even lived with him here?
Exactly.
And now you're going to live with someone else over there? Listen, so you got to be there. You got to be going for your own reasons. And I would kind of advise traveling. I always feel that, after you've studied or even before you've studied, that you do as much traveling as possible, whether you're traveling in South Africa or to our neighboring states or traveling overseas if you can. Just get outside of your city to kind of open your eyes a bit to the world. So make it about you, like find out how it can benefit you to be there. And the possibilities of it benefiting you are quite great, even though I don't know what your career is. And
Mm.
then and learn that there is like flexibility, that there should be flexibility in your relationship to kind of like ease into this. And then kind of come back to he'd really dump you if you said no. Eek. I would take a look at that as well.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. Also, she's 24 years old. Uh, Go and explore a little bit.
Go and explore.
Have a
There's so
little
much
bit of
time.
fun.
There's so much time to do whatever you want to do. And careers can be
Exactly.
started anywhere. They
That's it.
really, really, really can.
And you know what? If she's saying she's got to finish her studies or whatever, it seems like at 24, it's more than likely going to be this year. So,
Yes, yeah, I'm
so
assuming so as well.
finish your studies or whatever. Let him go. You'll go over exactly as you say. Go there for a holiday. Go and see what it feels like, etc. But go and see something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're
So
so.
that's
You
that's
see, that's
my
why
2
you're so
cents.
awesome, man.
So awesome. I just can't even deal with all of this.